Let's ask, what if? Let's ask, what if? Let's start a creativity revolution.
Because I think you get to express your creativity. I love art because I get to be creative. I love art because it's creative. I love art because it's creative and you can just use your imagination.
One day, one of those children from Sunderland will have an idea that will change the world.
I have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created. I have a dream. I have a dream today.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Creativity is not the monopoly of artists, it's in us all.
Oh, hi. What are you doing here? You probably heard on Saturday that we announced our community lock-in. 4 key activities from us here at Scheme, promoting art, creativity, technology and people in our schools, work and lives. Number 1, we announced the Rocket Kids Club. That's going to be an online platform, a safe place for kids and creative carers to hang out and do creative activities every day. We're going to get special guests in, we're going to do it all on video, it's going to be amazing. Number 2 is ongoing Art Connects work. We're going to be broadcasting video content around creativity in our schools, work and lives. And 3, really excited about this, in May we're going to do a UK art takeover. Following on from what we did in the Isle of Wight the other week, we're going to take over the UK with art and we need your help for that. That's part of the BBC and Voluntary Arts Get Creative project. The fourth thing is we're going to be doing co-conferences. We're basically setting up a whole video kit, green screen, blue screen, whatever you want to call it, video cameras, vision mixers, and we're going to broadcast onto the internet. I was offered a keynote speech a few months ago, got really excited. The other day I heard that the event was cancelled physically, but we're going to do it virtually. We've been supported by that organisation to deliver the community lock-in. So I hope you can be part of it. I've got to find a venue. What do you mean I've got to get off? What, are you packing up? Bloody Glastonbury's packing up. Bloody, we can't sit up here. See you later, but keep watch this space. Hashtag community lock-in. See you later. Sorry, mate.
It might not work, but here's the thing. The guy who invented the ship also invented the shipwreck. And either you're in or you're out. Either you want to play this game or you don't. Art doesn't work because we did something conventional and predictable, and here it is industrialized, right? Art works because we connect.
For me, collaboration is everything. I believe that
We'd like to say that in our opinion it is not suitable for children or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Well, gosh, where does the time go? 1 minute I'm getting up. Fortunately, I grabbed a bowl of cereal this morning, so I've had something to eat, but I haven't left this room since you saw me last because I've been trying to get Instagram working and couldn't get that working. Is there anybody out there? I have no idea. Let's have a look, and let's have a look on YouTube. Let's see, because I keep forgetting to have a look at it. There's 2 people watching. Who's watching? Come on, put a little message in the comment at the bottom and I'll know it's you. Who's watching? Maybe you're watching on TV. Maybe it's Nikki with her 2 boys up there in Leeds. They sent a lovely photo in yesterday. I couldn't find it on Twitter. So I can't find anything at the moment on hashtag Rocket Kids Club, hashtag World Loo Roll Day. So if you want to get up on the show, do that. If you want to Skype in, if there's anybody watching and you want to Skype in just to see if it works, because I still need to be convinced, just drop me, just get in touch on Skype. Don't tell anybody this, right? Don't tell anybody this, but Skype Community Lockin. So you look for the Skype address called Community Lockin. Friend us, and if we like the look of you, don't look too dodgy, we'll accept your friendship. And then we can get you on the show live. And in fact, if you've, like yesterday, we had a Grandad Peter in Liverpool, and Laura and the 3 children were in Lancashire, which I think is across the border, because I don't think Liverpool's in Lancashire, is it? And it's Merseyside. And they were both on screen at the same time. And then Grandma came in. He thought, blimey, Grandad's actually doing something vaguely interesting for a change. So that was quite good fun. So got a couple of texts here. Let's have a look. Okay, so not to worry. I've just had a couple of texts which change everything, but that's absolutely fine because this is a live show and we're making it up as we go along, and as stuff comes in, absolutely fine. So here we are on World Loo Roll Day. World Loo Roll Day, which we invented, and we have no shame about that. So that's not working, is it? Well, that's not, because I'm clicking the wrong click. I've got 2 clickers and only one's working. So there we go. Let's see if that makes that happen. Today is World Loo Roll Day. And yes, we made it up. We made it up, and I'll tell you why we made it up, because yesterday was World Box Day, and we got somebody on who told us about it, which we thought was brilliant. And as we were chatting to him, it became very apparent that he'd actually made it up. So he'd made up World Box Day a few years ago, which is brilliant, been all over the world. So we thought, well, why don't we make up World Loo Roll Day? So today is World Loo Roll Day, and we made it up, and do you know what? Why not? Because it's all about creativity. And here we are in a super place, a giant loo roll factory where they literally make loo rolls. And it's a bit quieter now because I'm in a soundproof room. I could have put my sound effects on, but that was driving around the bend eventually. A giant loo roll factory. And I told you the story this morning about how my granddad built a canning factory literally in his backyard and built a proper factory, and they had the baked beans going around. That reminds me of that. This video will always remind me of my granddad. And maybe a granddad, Pete, his grandchildren will always be reminded of him when they see loo rolls coming off a production line somewhere. And this is a shout out for one of my mates, Paul Schofield, here in St Saviour's down in London. He's got 3 children, a boy and 2 girls, and he works on a production line like that, and you'll never guess what they make. They make biscuits. Yes, his job as an engineer is to make machines and make sure they work and set them up like that, but not to do baked beans and not to do loo rolls, but to make biscuits. Or they might work for a crisp factory now, I'm not too sure. And another friend of mine, Manta, she works for a firm that make drinks in little cans that you'd know if I told you the name of, but I'm not allowed to for lots of reasons, because not too good for your teeth sometimes apparently. And she works in a firm and a factory that makes lots of canned drinks, so it's incredible. So it's a similar concept, you see, all these things buzzing around on production lines, a couple of robots. JD is absolutely loving it. There's JD. We're going to have a competition to win JD. That's coming up in May, so all good fun, everything's fantastic. So here we are at our World Loo Roll Day in this great big factory. Look at that, that is 1.5 tons of loo roll paper on a big roll going into the machine. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but loo roll has 2 layers. Well, they have to marry, they call it marrying. They marry 2 layers of loo paper like that together. So there are 2 rolls like that that have to be stuck together to make toilet paper as you know it. And if you're really posh or maybe extra wasteful, you might have triple ply, which means there's 3 bits stuck together. So today, I want to thank one organisation actually who've been really, really super generous and super helpful and very, very friendly to us. And that's this organisation called LGFL. L stands for London, London Grid for Learning. And what they do is they're the internet company who put the internet connections into lots of London schools. And they're going national, so they're going to be putting internet into a friend of our school in Leeds, so they could be Leeds Grid for Learning, and I'm sure they've got stuff going into Liverpool, so Liverpool, but in fact they're the national Grid for Learning because they're going to go national. Really good company. But it's not just about bits of wire and technology, because nobody cares about technology. That just happens now. Cool thing about LGFL is they do creative content, really cool lesson materials and videos that Bob and his team make, and they also have tools. Really cool tools from a company called Adobe. And what we're going to do in the next few weeks is we're going to show you how to make videos and edit videos and do all sorts of stuff, maybe get some Adobe experts on. It's going to be absolutely wicked. So be sure to check that out over the next few weeks, and that's the LGFL thing. And this man here is John, actually. He's a super chat. He's the boss of LGFL. And I went in to see him the other week and we made a little film of that, and we had a film that I had in my cupboard of Matt Hancock, who's the health minister at the moment. He used to be in charge of digital and culture, and we had a bit of a chat with him, and he made that little film. And here I am cycling across London in a crazy cycle ride to go and see John at his offices in the city of London, and there was nobody around because coronavirus had just sort of started and they were starting the lockdown, and we had a bit of a chat, and I sat down with John and we had a bit of an idea about maybe doing a conference or doing an event, because I was due to speak at their event. And we had a little bit of a chat, and we're going to be coming back to you on that one day as to what we're going to be doing, because the event should have been today, believe it or not, the 23rd, Thursday the 23rd of April, as Carol Allen up there in Newcastle told me, because I thought today was Wednesday when I woke up. Well, I typed Wednesday, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know what day of the week it is half the time, to be honest. Got a sweaty old head here. I'm not going to take my helmet off because my hair's all over the place. hair crisis. So LGFL we're going to do some stuff with them. So basically what they've done is LGFL have set us up with what we call the community lock-in, and they've been really, really super generous for us. So LGFL are our big friends and partners on that, and basically using the technology that they've helped us set up in the room here today, I'm able to pretend I'm almost anywhere.
Hello, very good morning to you. Welcome to Breakfast with Dan Walker and Louise Minchin.
Yeah, hi Dan and Louise, is it? Yeah, hi. Yeah, we're down here in Somerset. We're running a thing called a community lock-in, hashtag community lock-in. We've managed to blag a bit of space under a stage off a farmer, as you can see over there. He's not using it this summer by the time. Today, really important day, day 1 of Co-Fight 19. This is a campaign for all sorts of people coming together to fight the fear of the virus. We've set up camp, or we're setting up camp in lots of different places all over the country with what we're calling a content creation, and we're going to be doing hashtag Art Connect, celebrating the power of art. We're going to be running co-conferences, really excited about that. We're organising a thing called the Rocket Kids Club. We're launching that on Friday. We're going to be, and this is a community for kids and their creative carers. It might be parents. We're going to start off with the art of drawing, the art of Lego. We've got somebody coming in from Lego to do that. We're going to be doing an activity about robots. So this is JD, our robot. Give us a wave, JD. We're going to be plugging lots of books as well, not least our own book. This one with friend Frank up there in Liverpool. Fantastic. One book we're particularly keen to tell everybody about this period is this wonderful book by a wonderful man, Michael Rosen, Good Ideas. How to be your and your child's best teacher. And sadly, Michael's in hospital at the moment, so we wish him and his family the very best. And then in May, we're going to do a whole month of art takeovers, hashtag UK Art Takeover. Festivals, parliament.
You've nearly persuaded me to give it a go.
Thank you very much for being with us on Breakfast this morning as well.
We now
So
need
there'll be
some
lots of people
sponsors to
watching
help us get more of our pop-up day drop trucks on the road. So as soon as the isolation lifts, we can take creativity out to school communities, families, and all sorts of people all over the country over the next year, building up to 2022. Which the government had earmarked as a national festival of creativity.
We're not allowed to advertise on this programme, but sort it out, will you? Just sort it out.
So did you see there how I managed to convince everybody that I was actually in, I was a vanishing man, I was actually in the BBC Breakfast studio. It was April the 1st and I wasn't really there. I just pretended as a little bit of a prank to show the technology that LGFL have set us up with. Because basically what we've got, I can actually show you if you'd like to have a look. Go very, very quickly. We have got a setup here with a vision mixer. There's a mixer under here where we can mix all the channels and different cameras. We've got the robots. We've got 3 laptops here with 2 people on Skype. That one over there is our streamer. I've got a laptop here, which is what I use for the PowerPoint. That's my laptop there. And over at the back there is a camera. You can see that camera on the top of the tripod there. That's filming me. But what's really interesting, can you see over there? There's a video screen which has got all the channels. So I have to look at that. So if you find out, if you think, well, why isn't Nick not looking at me? It's because I've got to look at all those different screens and decide what's coming on and who's in which window. And it is quite confusing, I'll be quite honest with you. And this vision mixer is absolutely super cool, because with this vision mixer, you see, I can press buttons and I can control what we see. So if I press one of the buttons on the top here, this button at the top here, that button changes me, turns me on and off. Now the cool thing is that I've actually got a foot pedal under here now. So look, I can do this with no hands. Look, here are my hands. Here are my hands. Up to now I've had to press buttons, but look, I can stand on a pedal and it makes me go. Stand on a pedal makes me come back. I've actually got another pedal over here, and this one does a mix between the 2 channels. So I've got channel 1, channel 2 and channel 3. So if I press 3, it goes to that, because that's the camera we were looking at a minute ago. If I press it again, it brings me back, and if I press that, it gets rid of me. And this, oh my goodness, this is super cool. This is Lulworth Castle, and this is where Camp Bestival have their festival every year. I don't know if you've ever been to a festival or Camp Bestival, but Camp Bestival is absolutely fantastic. It's where we started and got the idea to do Steamco and have a super great time like we have at festivals, but to bring it into a school. And Rob the Bank, who runs Camp Bestival, a super guy, he had an Easter sleepover where all the people who get involved in Camp Bestival all did little videos and bits and pieces. Fatboy Slim, the super DJ, his daughter did a DJ set, and I think Sarah Cox did a set as well, and really cool stuff. And we were a bit late getting back to them, but we thought we'd go and help out and DJ, and I was sure that my friend Chris Tofu, who organises a super thing called Caravanserai, he emailed me and said, come to Camp Bestival down at Lulworth and you could do some DJing. So this is what happened. Not that. This.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Where is everybody? My God, Chris Tofu said get down to Lulworth Castle down in Dorset, bring your decks, 3 boxes of records, a couple of turntables because he hasn't got any vinyl deck. Nobody around. Said drop a few tunes between the bands at Caravanserai like you did last summer. So here I am, nobody around. Where is everybody? Have a look at the crowd. You are kidding me. I thought the Camp Bestival sleepover was at Lulworth Castle. It's only on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else but Lulworth Castle. I've got the gear, I'm going to set up, we'll do a jam later on. Disco Dads, Caravanserai Art Takeover. See you there later on, probably about 10 o'clock after the fireworks. See you later on. Let's give old Chris Tofu a ring, see if he'll join us. And see if he'll drop a few remix tunes. So this is Caravanserai, always two of me all of a sudden, which is a super cool part of Camp Festival. I did some DJing last year, but this is the DJ party that we did on Easter Sunday here in our community Lockin.
The Lord blesses each and every one of y'all. He sends me a message from heaven. He sends me a message that he wants you to rise up. 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 Oh my God.
How much fun does that look, being at Camp Festival? We had a great time. There's Chris Tofu, the DJ, giving getting a request off a little boy there. Absolutely fantastic. So that is what we were doing down at Camp Festival, and we even have a mirror ball here in the community Lockin. So we're going to do parties. I did a DJ party the other night with, we called it Saturday Night Fever. We did that with Graham Andre, who's a teacher from the Isle of Wight, fun enough, from the same place as Rob the Bank. Maybe they're all a bit of a party animals down there. And we're doing one on Saturday afternoon. We're doing Saturday Afternoon Fever. We're doing a whole hour for the Brewed Isolation Conference, which is on Saturday. 40 talks by teachers all day Saturday, and then at 10 o'clock till 1 we're going to do a proper Saturday Night Fever as well. We just can't get enough. And if you want to learn to DJ, we're going to do DJ lessons here tomorrow afternoon between 4 and 6 using our digital DJ controller, which we've got here. Look at this, check this out, all the buttons and things on there. Do you think I like my buttons? We're going to have a lot of fun because you can do scratch mixing and you can do lots of effects and controls. So we're going to have lots of fun with that tomorrow. So what is going on now? Well, this is all about the community Lockin, as I said, and the thing that kicked it off was this fantastic idea that we had talking to LGFL about having a conference. We call them co-conferences. So we're hoping to run the conference that should have been today, hopefully sometime soon, and we'll be able to publish that and announce that as soon as we possibly can. And if anybody out there wants a conference, if anybody out there wants to have a conference, then come back to us, get in touch, because we can use this facility to deliver the coolest conference that you can imagine. So do get in touch if that's what you fancy doing. Co-conferences. The other thing we've been doing is the Art Connects show, because we say that art is what we call it when what we do connects us to somebody else. So your art could be painting or photography, cooking or coding, dancing or DJing or design. It could be rockets. I've got some rockets here. It could be rockets like this, making paper rockets. It could be robots like JD. JD is our own special robot. He's £500. And we've got one of these to give away in May when we do our month takeover tour. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. And we're going to teach you tomorrow and start learning how to code JD. We're going to look at that. We're going to give away tomorrow on the launch day one of these robots. I'm jumping ahead of myself, aren't I? So let's come back. So that's the Arts Connect show. This is the Art Connects show, what this looks like.
We'd like to say that in our opinion it is not suitable for children or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
We're very grateful to the farmer for giving us a little bit of space up here on top of the hill. So if you want to check that out, all these programs are online. That's a program more for adults, for people who are interested in creativity, whether it's in schools or creativity in business or creativity in society. There's a little bit of a magazine program. We had a great show yesterday. We had Suggs from Madness on yesterday, believe it or not, with Chris Sullivan and Mark Earls, and the man who made, with his colleagues in Ohio in America, made that video. Have you seen the one with the ping pong balls bouncing on the mouse traps, all about social distancing? Well, we had him on this show yesterday and he loved it. Talked to him for about 40 minutes. It was brilliant. So that's the Art Connect show. We're doing one of those every week on a Wednesday, probably 3 till 5 o'clock. And then in May, this is what I'm really excited about. In May, we have got the UK Art Takeover. And what that's going to be is a whole month of creative stuff, creative activities to promote and celebrate our art. So we're going to have a Parliament launch event on the 1st of May. We're going to get some great speakers for that. Then we're going to do on the 9th to the 16th of May, working with the Get Creative Festival, which is organised by the Voluntary Arts Movement, and BBC, I think, help out on that as well. So that's 7 days. We're going to do a different place every day there. We're going up to Academy St James on May the 23rd because they've got a Creative Careers Day. So we're going to help them deliver that as an online event, which should be fantastic. And I just saw actually that the Hay Literary Festival's been cancelled, sadly. So we're going to do a mini micro Hay, or Hay, when we'll call it Hay, H-E-Y, the Hay Book Festival. How about that? Would you like to do that? Would you like to help us have a Hay Book Festival the Saturday before the bank holiday? How about that? We'll do that then, we'll get some books. And I've got a really cool speaker who we can probably get involved in that. And then the weekend after, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, we are going to do a real 3-day festival. We're teaming up with our friends Darren and Ed at the Brew Ed, and Graham Andre, who's a big part of the Brew Ed thing, he's doing one on Saturday. We're going to have a creativity festival, a weekend, but not just for teachers, not just for children, but for everybody. So there'll be really cool things. We want to get everybody working together because this is all about togetherness and coming together. So working together, that's what that will all be about. So that's the month of May, the UK Art Takeover. But I tricked you really, didn't I? Because I told you to come here and we'll talk about the Rocket Kids Club. Now, we've had 3 days just warming up because tomorrow is the big launch. Tomorrow is the big launch of the Rocket Kids Club. And yesterday, was it the day before yesterday, was hashtag Global World Creativity Day. Part of the United Nations Global Goals is to promote creativity and art as a human right, not just because it's a nice thing to do, but because it actually helps innovate business and make the world a better place. And we need creativity to solve this problem with coronavirus now. So that's going to be really, really important that we have creativity. So that's why the United Nations had World Creativity Day, and we had a Professor Bill Lucas came in and spoke to us about creativity and his role at an organisation called OECD, which is all about league tables. And he said that he's in charge of a committee and tests about creative thinking, but that the British government haven't yet signed up to join that, which is, gosh, doesn't make much sense to me at all, because creativity is Great Britain. It's what we do and what's special about us. So hopefully they just haven't filled the forms in yet. Been quite busy, by the look of it, from what I see on the television. So that was Monday. Tuesday, yesterday, was World Box Day, and we found out that Grandad Pete had invented that. That's brilliant. So we said today can be World Loo Roll Day. Yesterday, oh my goodness, did you see what we got up to yesterday? We went to an amazing warehouse where there were lots of robots buzzing around with boxes. And we talked about robots and how they work and what they might do and what we'd need to learn to code them and if they were clever or not. And we made things out of boxes and out of cardboard. We had this cardboard robot here that somebody made. Absolutely fantastic. I have to lean over a little bit more to get it on the screen. There we go. So that's our cardboard robot, and that's a game. You could throw something in there and it lands. How cool is it making things out of cardboard? We heard about Kane's Arcade, a little boy in LA who made a whole amusement arcade out of cardboard. That was fantastic. So that was yesterday. And really, it's all about helping you aim high with your art. And that's what the Rocket Kid Club is all about. So that's what this little film is. I'm going to show you the Rocket Kids Club launch film. And then after that, we'll tell you what we're going to do tomorrow, and we'll have a look and see if anybody's done any loo roll stuff today. Doing a hashtag Rocket Kids Club for all these kids to have a safe place to go and share and create with their creative carers. I'm going to share what Action Jackson hopefully would have done if he'd been on.
Everybody say dream big. Dream big. Act now. Act now. Never give up. Never give up.
Let's just do some book stuff, shall we? This is the book that everybody really needs to be reading at the moment. Good Ideas, How to Be Your and Your Child's Best Teacher. What does collaboration mean to you?
For me, collaboration is everything. I believe that
art is what we call it when what we do connects us. So your art could be painting, your art could be photography, your art could be dancing, the art of design, graphic design, DJing. I must admit, your art could be fashion. Your art, as many children are when I say this, could be football. The kids put their hands. Your art could be baking or cooking. The big bake-offs, one of the most famous connects. Your art could be coding, developing games. There are lots of jobs in the creative industries, and that's what this is all about. Your art could be rockets. You could say my art's rockets, paper rockets like this, because your art could be rockets like this, Stevenson's rocket. And that's a BBC microbit, a £12 computer. You can learn to code one of those without even having a microbit. And we're going to show you how to do that. And we're going to teach you how to code JD. I have got on the line an amazing man called David Gilday. Are you with us?
So there are kind of 2 stages to solving this.
Go for it. No epic fails here.
Indeed. So this one is very similar to the robot you've seen before, but because it sees it reflected back from the cube, it can detect that.
This is a world exclusive.
This is the new one that I've been developing. I'm still working
with anything to do with wires or motors or anything that he can. The other day he wanted to make a crane, so we made a crane out of bits of wood and rope and stuff that we found in the garden and in his dad's shed.
Wow. That's Rowan and his mum Leanne there up in the Parklands Primary School up there in Leeds, and we're hoping that they're going to come on the show tomorrow. We're going to send some stuff out to them today and we can hopefully get them involved tomorrow, and we'll do a Rocket Kids launch session tomorrow, because what we need to do is launch the Rocket Kid Club and get you guys all involved. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Well, it's 4 till 6 o'clock. 4 till 6 o'clock, so you've got the whole day to get ready. We are going to do a number of things. I'm going to print some t-shirts and send some t-shirts up to Rowan and Leanne up there in Leeds. We're going to build a rocket, a dynamite rocket with this kit live in this studio, and I'm going to fire it and you're going to be able to see that rocket go off, because I'm going to put some cameras outside. I'm going to fire it off and we're going to get cameras. I'm getting some extra long cables today for that, so I have to remember to do that. We're going to send Rowan and his mum a rocket kit to make these paper rockets, so they can make these, and we'll make them together on the show tomorrow. So we'll have a look at that, because Rocket Kid Club is not just about making rockets. It is rockets, but it's other things. We're going to show how to code JD the robot. We're going to look at that tomorrow. And I'm going to send Rowan and his mum one of these robots. This robot is called an Edison, and it's got 2 little motors on the bottom, and we can turn it on and press play. And the battery's gone a bit flat, have they? That's all right, I must have left it switched on. And it's got 2 motors. You can take the wheels off like that, and you can put cogwheels on there, or put your own Lego wheels on and make vehicles. You can code it so it moves around. It's got detectors. You can have 2 together. You can even get these expansion packs of those as well, so that you can build tractors. It's got Caterpillar tracks. I love the Caterpillar tracks in here. Where are they? They're buried in the bottom there. We'll look at that tomorrow. And we've just had 20 of those delivered. So if anybody wants to buy one of those, I'm going to send Rowan one for free, because they would be so clever and helpful to us. But if anybody wants to buy one of those, we're going to get those up on our Rocket Kids Club's store probably today or tomorrow, and you'll be able to buy one of those. There are a few people on Amazon selling them, but you know, if you're going to buy them off anybody, buy them off us. Help pay our food bills. So that's really what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're also going to look at the DJ stuff. And I've got Jimmy Rotherham coming in, and I've got a couple of other special guests I'm hoping to get on. So it's going to be a really cool show between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Just coming up to tea to get you all excited for the weekend. So that's tomorrow afternoon, and we've got Ed Finch. Actually, he's going to come on and play the ukulele as well. He's going to come and play a really cool song for us on the ukulele. So we've got a really cool show to look forward to tomorrow. I don't know if anybody's done anything with the loo rolls. Let's have a look and see if anybody's tagged anything they've done on here with hashtag World Loo Roll Day. Let's have a look. It doesn't look as if it's trending. World Loo Roll Day. Have we got anything on there? Oh look, Adventures with Marthy. Let's pull that up. How do we do that again? Have to press button number 6 and then that, and there we go, look. Now this is Marthy, who was on yesterday. I don't know if I can click, how do I zoom in on, there we go. Look at that, she's done a lovely little princess. Thank you for doing that, Marthy. We had you on, what day were you on? You were on Monday, weren't you? You came on the show. If you want to Skype in now, you've got the address, Community Lockin. Just Skype in now and have a chat if you want to. That'd be lovely to hear from you. And there's another picture, that's interesting. So there's a slightly different distance photo. I'd have probably gone from a different angle there, Marthy, if I were you. Actually, you get a bit more creative with your photos, but that's great. So if you, Marthy, if you can do one of our little I Love Art logos today, I will print it onto a t-shirt for you. Just tell me what size you would want. One for you and your mum, because you are super engaged. I really like you guys. You're super cool. So do that as soon as you can. Go to the Steamco website, search for I Love Art. I think it's steamco.uk / I Love Art. Download this, print it off, draw the logo, and take a photo of you holding it like this, but then take a really close detailed photo of the heart, and I'll scan it, cut it out and stick it onto a t-shirt, and we'll see if we can get that in the post today. I think the post goes about 4:30 at the moment from around the corner, so we'll get that done. That's brilliant, thank you for doing that. Let's see if anybody else has done anything. Got a tweet from LGFL there. Looks like you're the only person who's done it on Twitter. I don't think we've got anything up on Instagram. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Instagram and see if there's anything on there. A picture of Instagram. I've got to log in. I haven't used this computer. Bear with me a second. Is that working? Not working. Okay, let's see if that's the right one. Got so many passwords to remember. Okay. Ideas Lab. That's old John Williams. He does some great job there. Let's have a look at Steamco's page. Let's go to... So we did a little video there. That's the little video we just put on a moment ago. World Loo Roll Day. I wonder if that was a bit late going out. You have to trouble with Instagram. You have to pay people if they want people to see your stuff. Where's the search? Here we go. So World Loo Roll Day. I bet there's only one post and it's ours from about an hour ago. Yeah, that's the only one. So what else could we look for? We did actually have a hashtag art of loo rolls. Let's see if there's any art of loo rolls stuff up here. 2 posts. Wow, there's one that, okay, I haven't seen that one before. That's lovely. Look at that. How they've done the really lovely job, how they've made the daffodil 3D. I wonder if that's 2 or 3 loo rolls put together. That's Jelly Jules. She did one last week. She was super, and I love this one from Wimbledon College of Art. That's one of my favourites. That little robot. Not very good the way I do that. Shall I show you how we can change this? If I press this button here, that button there, and I say that I actually want that picture of the robot, which is number 6, to go into that box there. Has that done that? No, why hasn't that done that? Let's have a look. Should do. Oh, that's because I've got the wrong box. Okay, so here we go. And now we can go to him. So we'll pull that up. So now he's on the screen there, look. And I can actually zoom in and make him a little bit bigger, like that. How about that? Not really, is it? Oh well. Still playing with all the buttons here. Playing with all the buttons. So we now got that screen up there. The other one I think that a lot of people have done is Loo Roll Challenge. Hashtag Loo Roll Challenge. 1,714 posts. Blimey, that's gone a little bit more virally, hasn't it? And people are doing all sorts of things here. I think people are doing lots of activities, aren't they? Well, she's balancing, so she's doing some sort of yoga type thing with her loo roll. That's very, very creative, to say the least. And let's push her off. No, I can't push it off the side of the screen. Okay, that's interesting. It just pushes back. Has that been slowed down, or is that her doing it in real time? No, it looks like it's real time. That's interesting. So that's the art of loo rolls. I think we'd call that the art of loo rolls. I don't know what somebody on. I don't know how this is going to come back to the art of loo rolls. Loo Roll Challenge. Maybe the horse there is called Loo Roll, or we just got all of her. I mean, into her pictures, are we? So we've obviously got a little bit. Nick is in a bit of a twist there. You've got to be careful doing this live. If you never know what you're going to come across. Let's have a look. I wonder if the BBC have got rules for things like this. Loo Roll Challenge. Let's go back to that. Doesn't seem to be coming up with much more. Not to worry. So we haven't had a massive response to that. Good old Martha. She's sort of delivered. That's fantastic. So we've got Grandad Pete. He's just come back from Asda. So he sent us a message to say he's just come back from Asda. Hello, Grandad Pete. He's had a busy old day by the look of it. Now I've told people to come in on the community Lockin, but I don't even know if I'm logged in on that account. Let's have a look. Are we logged in on that account? Yes, we are over here, but nobody's calling on it, so not to worry. So tomorrow is going to be super exciting. The Rocket Kids Club launch event. Can't wait for that. It's going to be absolutely super. We're going to do lots of challenges like today, making things, creating things, getting involved, having lots and lots of fun. So I hope we will see you all on Friday, 4 till 6. I'm going to roll the film now. I'm going to open this window because it's getting hot, because I had to shut the window because it was noisy outside. And we'll see you tomorrow for the launch of the Rocket Kids Club. And all we want tomorrow, we're just trying to get 100 people to come on our system. So we're going to build a system. We're going to test it over the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to use it and let everybody else come on it from the 1st of May. So thanks for tuning in if you did, and we'll be in touch very soon. Enjoy the film. Doing a hashtag Rocket Kids Club for all these kids to have a safe place to go and share and create with their creative carers. I'm going to share what Action Jackson hopefully would have done if he'd been on.
Everybody say, dream big, dream big. Act now, act now. Never give up, never give up.
Let's just do some book stuff, shall we? This is the book that everybody really needs to be reading at the moment. Good Ideas, how to be your and your child's best teacher. What does collaboration mean to you?
For me, collaboration is everything. I believe that
even what we call it when what we do connects us. So your art could be painting, your art could be photography, your art could be dancing, the art of design, graphic design, DJing. I must admit, your art could be fashion. Your art, as many children are when I say this, could be football. The kids put your art could be baking or cooking. The big bake-offs one of the most connects. Your art could be coding, developing games. There are lots of jobs in the creative industries, and that's what this is all about. Your art could be rockets. You could say my art's rockets, paper rockets like this, because your art could be rockets like this, Stevenson's rocket. And that's a BBC microbit, a £12 computer. You can learn to code one of those without even having a microbit. And we're going to show you how to do that. And we're going to teach you how to code JD. I have got on the line an amazing man called David Gilday. Are you with us?
So there are kind of 2 stages to solving this.
Go for it. No epic fails here.
Indeed. So this one is very similar to the robot you've seen before, but because it sees it reflected back from the cube, it can detect that.
This is a world exclusive.
This is the new one that I've been developing. I'm still working
with anything to do with wires or motors or anything that he can. The other day he wanted to make a crane, so we made a crane out of bits of wood and rope and stuff that we found in the garden and in his dad's shed. Oops,
wow.
I can do it.
We're hoping that we're going to get lots of people in from Bradford and Leeds tomorrow, so I'm going to play out with this fantastic film which we made with Academy St James up there in Bradford.
I have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream.